Awesome. Okay. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for hopping on. You guys are in for a treat tonight. I am so super pumped to have John Holowaty on our training call tonight. John, for those that don't know who John is all the way from the UK, and he is a superstar. So we're really, really in for an exciting training tonight. For those that can I just make sure everyone's on mute, please, when you're hopping on? Hang on a second. Give me a sec while I just try and mute everyone. Don't you love it? Everyone's might be having dinner around now, so we need to just make sure that we're all muted. Okay, so John has been part of the business now for 7.5 years, and I am so excited for him to share his story tonight because John started as a PT in this, and he has built an incredible business over the last 7.5 years. I've watched his journey. I've been part of the business for 7 years, and this guy has completely inspired me through my whole journey, and I know so many on this call. And, you know, John he's now a part of the Millionaire Club in the UK, and he continues to smash goals within his team, and it's incredible to watch, even over all these years, how incredible his business is. He's also just the most down-to-earth, nicest guy you will ever meet, and he's very much an honorary Aussie. And he's often come over here and spent some time here with the Aussie team. And guys, remember, John is not part of our team, and this is the most amazing thing about our company and our business, that we get to still be able to call upon these incredible people in our business that will share just out of the goodness of their heart into our team. So we're so blessed, and thank you so much, John, for doing that. You know, even though you don't benefit in any way from doing this. So even though you do have an Aussie team now that is rocking it, which is really cool because that means you might have more trips over here. But John, I'm going to hand it over to you because I'd love for you to share with us tonight, and probably really share a bit who you are and how you got started in this. I'd love you maybe to start from the beginning of how this journey started for you. So over to you. I'm just going to spotlight you.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you so much for that intro. And yeah, 100%. This business for me it's all about friendships, and I've got some amazing friends from the team over in Australia. So big love, and shout out to all the wombats on the call tonight. So yeah, we've had a lot of fun. I think that's my number one rule. Just whatever you're doing, try and have fun with it, and don't take it too seriously, but do take it seriously if that makes sense. So I got involved 7.5 years ago. I was a personal trainer. I got involved in personal training because I wanted a life of freedom. I wanted to help people, and I wanted to earn money. And I would probably say that, you know, when I was a PT, those three things were in place, but they weren't at the level that I wanted them to be. I always felt like it was capped. There was always a ceiling. So I could only really train 30 to 40 people a week. I could only really earn about 18 to 20k a year, pounds, not dollars. And I could only really serve and help as many, you know, like it was a ceiling. Even when I went to boot camps, I could only get 20 people in a class at a time. And then the freedom element for me was the thing that was my enough is enough moment. I was working in a gym every single day, starting at 6 o'clock in the morning, finishing at 10 o'clock at night, working weekends, never getting a holiday. And I was just like, something needs to change. I need to find something else. Stumbled across Juice Plus, and I was like, why the fuck isn't everybody doing this? Like, this is unbelievable. Like, everybody should be doing this. Why hasn't everyone got a Juice Plus business? I still don't understand it to this day, to be honest with you. I think that's why I'm still so hungry to share it with more and more people. But I was just like, this is insane. The product makes sense. You know, the product for me is like water. It's as important as water and oxygen. It's like up there with those two. And the way I look at it is, I saw something the other day that there are 2.6 billion cups of coffee drank a day. 2.6 billion cups of coffee drank a day. And I think our product's better than coffee, to be honest with you. So I really do see a point when there will be a billion Juice Plus customers. I can see it. I just don't know why, but I just do. And Coca-Cola have done something similar with their brand. Obviously, you know, people have a billion cans of Coca-Cola a day or something like that. So if you can do it with Coca-Cola, then that isn't that good for you, let's be honest. Then what could you do with Juice Plus? So when I saw that, it just made sense. The business opportunity just lit me up. I mean, more money, more freedom, more friends, more fun, more freedom, more travel. Like everything you want, like to have an amazing life, is wrapped up in our business. Get to help more people and create friendships around the world. Add to it social media and the power of the internet, and you just put it on a rocket ship and it goes like next level. So that's really what happened to us. I'll be honest with you. I thought it was going to be easy because it made so much sense to me. I was like, yes, this is going to be an absolute doddle. Like, I'll be able to just get customers easily. It was kind of before this whole internet thing kicked off. So I joined back at like, as it was still kind of old school networking. So I printed off loads of information sheets. I was handing out DVDs. I mean, what are DVDs? No one uses DVDs anymore, but I was handing out DVDs and CDs and all that kind of stuff. And everybody said no to me. I kind of became a Juice Plus vampire overnight. I was like, take this product or you're going to die. You need this business. You're broke. And I just did it so wrong because I was so excited and so passionate about it. I didn't really know how to explain how I felt about it. So I did it in a totally wrong way, which is fine, by the way. I would always say it's better to do something and do it wrong than do nothing. Because if you do something and you do it wrong, you can learn from it and you can kind of piece together the right way to do it. So I think I sent out 30 DVDs and I got one customer. But the thing was, as soon as I got one, I was like, okay, if I can get one, then I know I can get 100. If I can get 100, then I know I can get 1,000. So it was as simple as that for me. It was just having the ability to get one order that kind of changed my mindset. I knew I needed to get better, and that's the thing that this business teaches you. If you get better at communication, becoming a better listener, and better at building rapport, better at smiling at people, creating friendships, your business will get better. And I just went to work on myself. So my breakthrough came probably, I was stuck at sales coordinator, and I say stuck, I wasn't really stuck. I was just moving really, really slow. Like I was moving that slow that I was almost moving backwards, but I was moving forwards. It was just so slow. And I didn't have a team. That was it for me. I could get customers, but I didn't have a team. I manipulated the system a little bit to get to sales coordinator, signed up my mum, put a few orders through her. And I was sales coordinator for about 2 years, I think. Something changed when I went to a big event. We just had our big event in Birmingham this weekend. I flew over to Germany. I just ripped up the excuse list, really. It was almost like for me, for things to change, I've got to change. I've got to stop being average. I've got to step up and really go for something. And I think personal trainers and people that have got their own businesses, we can fall into the trap of thinking short term. So what I mean by that is I had to go to an event in Germany that really would have cost me about £1,000 in lost revenue from a personal training business because I had to cancel all my clients on the Friday, Saturday and Sunday. And also the money that I was spending on the hotel and the convention ticket. A lot of personal trainers, from my experience anyway, would normally go, I can't go because I've got to work. But I made the sacrifice, a short-term sacrifice for a long-term gain. To say, actually, I'm going to say to these 5 clients, I can't train you this weekend. I'm really sorry. I've got to go to a convention. That hit me in the pocket. Of course it did. But I went there. I saw 4,000 people. All German, didn't understand a word that they were saying, hadn't got a clue. But I didn't need to hear it because I think you feel this business. You don't actually hear this business. You feel this business. It has no kind of language barrier. And I walked into this room and I just felt the energy. And I was like, wow, if they're doing this in Germany, what is stopping us from doing this in the UK? Nothing. So I went back and like I said, I ripped up my excuse list. those of you that know me, I like to have a bit of a drink and a party. I'm very, very social. And that was probably my kryptonite. I was socializing too much. I was partying a bit too much on the weekend. So again, it's about asking yourself what's important to you. And I just said, you know what? I'm not going to drink alcohol for 90 days. I'm going to put everything I've got, mindset, body, business, everything, all roads lead to Juice Plus, everything. I made a decision there and then that this was going to be the one thing. And there's an amazing audio book, by the way, called One Thing. But this was going to be my one thing. This was going to be the one thing that I'm going to become a master at. I'm going to train to be a black belt in Juice Plus. It was as simple as that. And all my energy and focus went into building my business. And in about day 73, day 74, something like that, I had my breakthrough. Most people give up on a 90-day game plan after about 3 days. Life gets in the way. I had a guy turn up, really wanted to change his life from this business 3 weeks ago. I got him a hotel room and a convention ticket this weekend. He drove up, got about an hour away from the convention, and then for whatever reason, turned around and went back home. And he rang me and I said, "Where are you, man? I thought you were coming." And he said, "Oh, I don't know if it's for me anymore. I'll call you on Monday." I mean, I'm just like, what? But I can't control what he's thinking. I can't control what he does. I don't even know why. But the beauty of it is I get to share it with you guys. If that's still happening to me now, everything that was happening to me 7.5 years ago is happening to me now. Like, some people join, some people quit, some people join for a bit and then don't do it forever, all that kind of stuff. So for me, this business was an eye-opener because I had to dive in and give it everything I've got. But the consistency and the stickability is the thing that keeps you in line. So eventually you have that breakthrough. And it was day 73, day 74. I looked on my virtual office and it said you have one team member with 5 customers or more. That was the first time my virtual office had ever said that, unless I'd helped them get an order or two. And that person was Katie Ravy, or Katie Wren, as you will now know her as. So for me, that was my next breakthrough, where I was like, you know what? If you can get one customer, you can get 1,000. If you can get one distributor or one team member to put 5 orders on, then you can get 100, you can get 200. And, you know, I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but we just went to work then. As soon as I got a little sniff that this was going to work for me, I just put it into turbocharge and went for it. And to be honest with you, I've not stopped working since. I've just been on the phone to a girl who's like 800 pounds off going QNMD today, last day of the month. She's a new frontline that I've been working with. So hopefully I'll have a new Q by the end of today. And I just love it. 7.5 years in, you know, my team grows by 1,000 distributors every single month, whether I work or not, to be honest with you. So, and that isn't to impress you, really. It's just to say, like, if an idiot like me can do it, then anybody can do it, to be fair. So, guys, you know, it's been life-changing. It really, really has. Like I said, I've built friendships all over the world. That's probably my number one, my biggest takeaway from this business, because when I was earning 0 from this business, I was building friendships. The friends come first. Like, you go to a convention, you meet loads of cool people. You get over, you know, I've been over to Australia and connected with a lot of you guys, and we've had some great times. You know, that's the number one thing for me, the friendships. The travel, probably number 2, being able to do the stuff and get around and to all these cool places and meet different people, whether it's in Dubai, Australia, America. I'm over in Finland at the weekend. We've got a team over there. So, and then the money allows you, really. I've never been like ashamed to say that I love money. I'm not obsessed with money, but I love what money can do for you. I love the freedom that money brings. And money for me is just fun tokens. That's all it is. I'm not into designer stuff or anything like that. I'm take it or leave it. But to be able to say, yes, I can go on that holiday, or yes, we are going to do this trip, or, you know, this summer just gone, I paid for my parents. We went to Canada for 3 weeks. You know, we went whale watching. I put my mum and dad on a helicopter for the first time in their lives. We went on a seaplane, went looking for the orca and stuff like that. It's just unbelievable, like a whole trip around British Columbia. paid for the whole trip myself to say thank you to my mum and dad. And, you know, to be able to do stuff like that is just insane. Been able to get a couple of holiday homes, one in Thailand. We're just giving an incentive to the team. Anyone who hits NMD this year gets to go to Thailand next year, all expenses paid. So yeah, guys, it's been life-changing. And the best thing about it is every single one of you on this call and every one of you watching the recording can do it if you want it badly enough.
Awesome, John. Some great golden nuggets there, that's for sure. I would love to ask you if you could just give us your top 3 things. If you look back on your 7.5 years of your journey, and obviously there was a lot of challenges that have been thrown at you along the way, what would you say would be your top 3 lessons learnt in this business?
Okay, number 1, have a vision board. I think you've got to have your vision everywhere, like not just yours, but your team members. So I've got, just to the side of me there, I've got cards, like big cards with the 5 people that I'm working with and exactly what they need to do. So have a vision board for yourself if you're just starting. It's all right to make this business about you to begin with. You've got to motivate yourself. So get your own vision board up there. But then as soon as you get a team member, ask them what they want. And say, look, my goal is to help you achieve your dreams. It's as simple as that. So if I help you achieve your dreams and I get to achieve my dreams, you need to know exactly what they need to be doing and where they need to be. By the way, I'm terrible at reading reports. I don't know how to do the office. I've never known how to log on to the online office properly. My guys ask me, like, what do I need to do for this? What? I don't know. I said, I don't know about reading reports or any of that stuff. All I know is you need 3 qualifying legs. So you don't need to know about the reports until you've got your structure in place. So this business is about people. Look after the people, and the minor details will look after themselves. I think sometimes we get bogged down in too much information. So that rolls on to tip number 2. So complexity slows things down. Simplicity equals speed. So I like to keep this business really, really simple. I've got a team building in Tenerife, which is an island just off Spain, in between Spain and Africa. And, well, it's Spanish anyway, Spanish island off the coast of Africa. And I had the girls over at the event yesterday, and we were doing a little bit of training, and I was drawing out what she needs to do to get to SSC. And I know the structure's slightly different over there, but she said, well, what about this thing? What about the NMD structure? I said, no. You don't need to know about NMD yet because you haven't got to SSC yet. So I said, you know, would you put your coat on before you put your T-shirt on? She's like, no, do you think I'm crazy? I'm like, right, well, you don't need to know about NMD until you've got to SSC. We're building it one step at a time. So I like to keep things very, very simple. And that way it keeps people on track. The 3rd tip I would say is this: keep recruiting. Because the people that get you to one position won't be the ones that get you to the next position. Some of them will, but some of them won't. So when people say, I think the biggest trap to avoid in this business is thinking you've done it. Actually, you've never done it. You have never, ever. You've never hit a point where you go, yay, it's done. I'm done. Relax, right? You've always got to be building. Always have to be building new people. Why? Because your business is either going up or it's coming down. There's no like stability. It's either going up and coming down. I'm not saying that to scare you, because the stability comes with growth. If your business is growing, it's stable, if that makes sense. So you've always got to have growing lines. And, you know, it's called not having all your eggs in one basket. And it's the same thing with this business. So because you just never, ever know. I've had people gunning for NMD, and then they split up with the partner and their whole business takes a nosedive. I ain't in control of that. I have people that are gunning for NMD, they get pregnant, and then they have to take the foot off the gas for obvious reasons. By the way, that can work in the opposite way. So I've known people get pregnant and business goes up. Well, you just don't know. You're just not in control of the outcome. So you can only really work with what you're in control of. So I know that safety in numbers, if I'm always building new lines, I'm always covered, if that makes sense. So always be building new distributors. And that would be my number one tip. I've seen a lot of people in the UK lose momentum in their businesses because they stopped doing what they were doing right at the beginning. And, you know, I've been doing this 7.5 years. If I did a call for you 2.5 years ago, I'm probably saying the same things pretty much that I said then. Maybe I've learned a few more things since then, but not that much. What I was doing with the girls yesterday when I was drawing out what positions they need to get to, I said, hey, girls, let me tell you something. I've been drawing lines and circles for 7.5 years. That's pretty much all I do. I draw a line, I draw a circle, and I put your name in it. I draw a line, and I draw another circle, and I draw a line and another circle, and a line and another circle, and we put 3 names in each. We put a name in each circle. That's how you get to Club 3. All I'm teaching is the same thing that I taught Emma Snedden at a supermarket cafe like 5 years ago. Do you know what I'm saying? So it hasn't changed. It's just that we stopped doing what we're doing a lot of the time. So always be building. That would be my number one tip. Keep recruiting, keep recruiting, keep recruiting. You've always got to have your recruitment radar on, like, yes, you'd be great at what I do. Can I add you on Facebook? Can I send you some information? As soon as you turn those switches off, boom, it starts to, and then you forget, even though it's so friggin' easy, we forget what we did to be successful. We're like, I don't know if I could do it again because I stopped what I'm doing. But it's nonsense. It's all in your head. It's like when you've not been to the gym for a while and you're like, oh, I don't know if I could do what I used to do. But as soon as you get back in the gym and you get your first training session out of the way, then you're back on track. So it's the same with this. Go do it. Go speak to people. Go connect.
Awesome. Well, you heard it from the guy himself. For success, you know, you want to hear from these amazing leaders in our business that have walked the walk. So the top 3 tips, vision board, and I love what you said, John, about it's not even just about your vision board, it's actually having your team's vision and being able to see the vision as well for them. Keeping it simple, I love that. And keep recruiting. I mean, that is gold there. I mean, even though, you know, we're all even NMDs, a lot of us here, and we know that even when we're NMDs, we still need to keep recruiting, keep bringing people into the business. That's awesome. So, John, you've just come the back of conference in Birmingham.
Sorry, I just got an example for you because there you go. That's Saya, my girl in Finland, who's going for NMD. So I have these little cards that I nicked from the Juice Plus convention. So I have these in my house with all my these are speaker cards. I was just like, yeah, I need those. I'll take them. Yeah, I have these of all the people that I'm working with, and I know exactly what this girl wants out of her life as well. So that I just didn't want to say stuff, and then you're like, does he really have them on the windowsill? They are literally there.
I love that. That's awesome. I know lots of drawing to be done. That's awesome. So as you know, you've just come off Birmingham conference, and obviously we're always on a high after conference. We've obviously got ours coming up in June. What's some advice for these guys? I'd love for you to share why conference is so important as well to get to conference.
I mean, that I can't even like get it out how important it is. you just have to. I don't know what to say because it is the thing that is just going to explode everything in your business. But not only that, in your life, it kind of makes you look at human beings differently because you'll be in a room with 2,000 action takers, 2,000 people that see life with the glass full, not even half full. Like, you know, the saying, some people see it half full, some people see it half empty. Like, everyone in the Juice Plus Convention Center sees the glass totally full. It's like, yeah, you can do it. I've never, ever been surrounded by so many people that say, yes, you can, yes, you can, yes, you can. Go do it, go do it, go do it. Everyone is inspiring. You'll make some incredible friendships. You'll meet like-minded people. You'll see real stories. And what I mean by that is you'll see somebody and you look at them and it's not meant to be arrogant, but you're like, shit, if they can do it, I can do it. When I went to Germany, I saw a lady go on stage who'd hit NMD and she was pregnant. And I was like, I'm not pregnant. What's my excuse? Like, I haven't got an excuse. Like, there isn't any excuse. Like, it really, really gives you that moment of honesty and clarity where you say, the time is now for me to do something with this. So you're going to have a bucket load of fun as well. I mean, these are the best weekends. Like if I wrote down my top 10 weekends in my life, I would say the majority of them would be Juice Plus conventions. Like, you know, the convention that I came over to do with you guys, or the events that we did in Perth. Just some incredible, like fun times. Like, I mean, I'm just smiling thinking about it. Just epic moments. I can't really put it into, like, if we could put this into a capsule, this feeling that I'm trying to get across to you. Yeah, just don't miss it. You can. The easiest way I can explain it is if you've ever been to a live concert or a live sporting event. You get that feeling, but times it by 10, or you can sit and watch it unfold on Facebook or YouTube, and there's no comparison to being at the live event. You can, when you watch it on the screen, you can see it. When you're in the room, you feel it. And like I said before, you feel this business. You don't see it, you feel it. You cannot feel it if you're not in the room. That's probably the simplest way I can do it. And the other thing I would just say to add on, make sure you've got somebody with you who can feel it with you. You need somebody else to feel that power with you, because my biggest regrets at every convention that I went to was, oh, I wish I'd have brought someone with me. I think I went to like 4 conventions and I couldn't even get anyone to go with me. Couldn't get a guest or anything. It was ridiculous. And I used to get so annoyed that people kept saying no, and whatever it was, I couldn't get anybody there. And then I took 10 of my girls to Rome. And again, this is another tip, really investing back into your team. I booked 5 hotel rooms with twin beds. And I said, right, I don't even know who's coming, but I'm going to take them. I'm going to find somebody to come to this event. I'm going to fill these 5 rooms with 10 people. And Emma Karen came to Rome. Katie Ravey came to Rome. Chris came to Rome. Paula Maguire came to Rome. Every single one of them went NMD or above. So that for me was the breakthrough convention, where I went from having no guests at an event to 10. And after that, we went to Nice and we had about 40 people at the convention. And it just exploded. So your convention is really the thing that's going to turbocharge your whole business. It's like putting rocket fuel in your car instead of petrol.
Yep. Awesome. I love that. And, you know, we've got no excuses because it's in our hometown this year. So, guys, if you haven't got your tickets, you want to be at conference. It just changes everything. So one last question to finish off. I would love for you to share, what would be your piece of advice for a newbie that's just started into this business? You could go back as a brand yourself and have the knowledge you do now. What would be your advice for a brand newbie in the business?
My advice for someone new is get around people that you want to be like. Get around the people that are walking the journey. The thing is, when you first start in this business, you get a lot of people that don't understand it around you. So now, you know, Barack Obama could ring me up and say, hey, John, I think Juice Plus is a load of shit. You're never going to be successful in it. And I don't like the product. I'd be like, okay, see you later. Cheers. Like, it wouldn't affect me, whatever. Like, and that's someone that was the president of the US, right? So when you first start, and this is why we're called Team Rhino, really, because when you first start, your rhino skin, it hasn't even developed yet. You've got very, very thin skin. And you have to develop that thick skin, because when you first start, you're surrounded by a lot of people that don't get it. When you get into the journey, you're surrounded by loads of people that do get it. So your rhino skin needs to get thicker very, very quick. How do you get that? You listen to Jim Rohn. You get the audio book on it. My number one tip is get Jim Rohn, Building Your Network Marketing Business. Play it in your car every single day. Play it while you're on the treadmill. Listen to it when you go to bed at night. That's going to start to put that rhino skin on top of you. Surround yourself with people that are doing what you want to do. A lot of the time, I see people get talked out of this business or get talked into slowing down They almost get the enthusiasm sapped out of them by negative friends or negative family members, people that don't really understand it, because their rhino skin is so thin. How do you get your rhino skin thicker? You get on the calls, or you're already on the call. You get to the convention. You know, you speak to your upline daily. And eventually that skin will start to get thicker and thicker and thicker and thicker and thicker, to the point where you become unbreakable. You feel like you can walk through walls. So for anyone new starting, I would say dream big. This is totally possible for you to change your life. And it's actually closer than you think. You know, you hear the Millionaires Club and blah, blah, blah. That's all cool, but actually you could earn $5,000 a month from this business, and you're starting to build a millionaire lifestyle. It's not actually about the millionaire money in the bank. It's about the lifestyle that you really want to create. Spending more time at the beach, you know, spending more time with friends, being able to say yes on a Monday morning, I can go surfing, or yes, I can go to that party. That's what being a millionaire really means. It means being rich in relationships, rich in fun, rich in friendships, rich in purpose, not actually having all the money in the bank. It's more about what you can get from your life. So what I would say is write down every single bill that goes out of your account every month. What is the one bill that you would love to get rid of? So is it your rent? Is it your mortgage? Is it your car insurance? Is it your car payments? Is it the kids' karate lessons? Like, what is it that you want to get rid of? And write them down. And what I say to our guys now is, okay, so you've told me exactly what it would cost for you to live for free. So when you add up all the bills, you say, right, it actually cost me $5,000 a month to live for free. That means my mortgage is paid, my shopping bills are paid, my utility bills are paid, the kids' stuff's paid for. Like, if I earn $5,000 from this business, I can now live for free. That's what we're aiming for, guys. So it's actually very, very close. So start to tick off the bills that you paid for. My thing was my rent. It was $500 a month. I was like, I'm going to aim for $500 a month from this business. Then when I got to $500 a month, I was like, tick, rent's paid. Next one, car. Let's get my, I wanted a new car. That was $350 a month. So let's save up, let's earn enough from Juice Plus to get my rent paid and my car paid. So I got it up to $1,000 a month, and you start to build on it little by little by little, brick by brick by brick. Before you know it, you're at that freedom figure where you are living for free. Then you've got a decision to make as how much more do you want to create? How happy are you, and how much further do you want to go with this? And you can take it to wherever you want. I've got some monster goals. Some people like to say, right, I'm content where I am for the minute. I'm going to stay here and then I'm going to grow again. But it's entirely up to you. The great thing is it's your own business, but you're not on your own. So dream big, guys. You literally get a blank page. I think as soon as you join our company, you have got a blank page on your life where you can redesign everything. It doesn't matter what happened in your past, doesn't matter what you used to do. You've literally been given a blank page by God, and he's gone, there you go, redesign your whole life. You can dream again. Because when we were at school, we weren't saying, I want to be a joiner, or I want to work in a factory, or I really like stacking shelves, so I want to work at the supermarket, or I want to be in a call center. Yeah, that's what I really want to do. But we go out of school, go to college or whatever, and we start to we've got all these dreams going up, and then we get normality creeps in, and we're like, oh, we'll just do whatever it takes to pay the bills. When you're here, you get that blank canvas again, and you're like, right, I've joined the Juice Plus company. I can dream again. I can write down whatever it is that I want, and bam, back up you go. And I'm still dreaming now with this company. I've still got so many things that I want to do, and so many people that I want to help achieve what they want. So yeah, just go out there to serve others, guys. That's the biggest thing I can say. Be a servant, help people get what they want, get to know people, and be a friend first, business second, and the rest will take care of itself.
Fantastic. That's awesome, John. Absolutely love that. I'm sure people have got amazing golden nuggets from that. I know I have. So, and I know you're a busy man. So thank you so much for giving your time tonight. Yeah, we'll wrap it up there. If anyone has any questions or anything, please put it in the comments below. But what I'll do is I'm going to unmute everyone to give John a big thank you for sharing tonight. John, thank you from the bottom of our Aussie hearts.
Hey, no worries. It's an absolute pleasure. Good luck with all your goals, guys. See you all soon. Thank you very much. Big love.
Thank you.
Thank you.